Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. And two idiots join the Inquisition. Dark Heresy! Welcome back to another episode of Dark Heresy. As the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, I am required to document the many adventures of acolytes J. Jones, Andrew Dickinger, and their Servo Skull companion, Daniel Fernandez. When you last left them, our acolytes have found themselves in a little political intrigue as they've made their way to the mining world of Sepheris Secundus. They are accompanied by Baroness L. Collins, now disguised as Charlotte Regular? Seriously? The Baroness is a former enemy of the planet's upper class, and presumed dead. But the Inquisition has kept her survival a secret. Also, she can help stop her former protege, Shiak, a mutant terrorist, from destroying the mines and killing thousands of innocents. This Shiak was also presumed dead, killed by the Baroness herself. And yet, he lives, armed with alien technology and now the leader of a growing mutant army. Will our acolytes be able to stop Shiak for good? And what are his true intentions? Let's find out.
All right, Daniel, switching you back on. Okay, so we've got to keep quiet. We're here at night in this... What is this, Charlotte? This is the secret meeting place?
Well, if you look at the stars up there...
Yeah?
She points to above.
Okay.
And if you look at where the rubble is all laying around... We're in the scree pits, the outside, like, garbage areas. But if you look at the way...
It smells terrible out here.
It's not great. Look... We're not going to be able to go down to the mutants, but I think they're going to be willing to come up to us.
Perfect. Do we need to do some kind of signal to get them up here?
Well, I mean, we're standing here. They'll come to us in just a second.
Oh, should we be worried that they're going to be dangerous or anything?
Oh, no. These guys are nice guys.
Oh, okay, perfect, okay.
You wait there for about half an hour, and coming out of, like, the darkness is a short, fat creature in a black robe. His head is just covered in eyes. He has a small little mouth, but there's, like, 20 eyes all over his face.
Freaking
Hi.
out. Freaking out.
How are you?
I'm fine. You're new around here.
You've got an eye for detail. Yep, I am. I'm new around here. We're here to... should we just, one moment, a second. Everybody, huddle up.
I think that's David.
David? Now, Charlotte, do you trust David enough to reveal yourself to him and he won't, like, lose his mind?
I mean, he might get very excited if I say who I am, but I haven't seen David in years. I really want to talk to him.
Okay. But, like, I mean, you know how these mutants think. You've taken care of them. Like, is there a way that we can maybe talk to David? You know what they're interested in without, him losing his mind about you being the Baroness.
I mean, he'll keep the secret. I can't imagine why he wouldn't keep the secret.
Okay.
It's your call. I really want to talk to him, though.
Okay. You know what, Charlotte? I trust you. David? That's your name, right?
Yeah, it's me, David. Who are you?
I am a friend of yours, who actually is, you might recognize our friend here.
The Baroness steps forward and pulls off her cloak and says, "It's good to see you again, David." And David, like, collapses on his knees and just starts to cry. And it's very dramatic because he has lots of eyes.
Whoa. There's so many tears coming out of your face. Oh, my God.
You're going to need to rehydrate after that. I mean...
How are you still... I couldn't believe it was true. Is it really you?
David, we were actually part of the group that helped save her.
It's true. The Inquisition spirited
We didn't need to say our
away.
name, but we're part of an organization that may or may not be called the Inquisition. But look, David, we're here to help. We've heard there's been attacks.
Yes, Shiak is back.
And you're sure it's Shiak, right?
Yes, he came to the hard vaults. He spoke to everyone. He said that it was time for the mutants to rise up and kill humanity. Turns out we humans, we know we're humans still. We're just twisted a little bit. We serve the Emperor just like anyone else.
Of course. I mean, and you guys are as human as anybody else.
Emperor protects.
sometimes the government here doesn't acknowledge us like they should, but we know that our faith will keep us strong.
We've heard the queen.
Believe in that, buddy. I mean, I'm right. I mean, look, I've got these beads. I mean, I'm with the emperor as well. I mean, we're on the same level, you and I.
And we have heard the queen is a real bitch.
Yeah, she kind of is. Elle sort of looks, David, it's really Shiak? Kieran's back for real? It's really him? I think so. He can't die anymore.
Like, and you've seen this. You've seen him actually take enough damage that would kill a normal person.
Look, when he and his cronies came here trying to recruit amongst the mutants, we showed him what we thought about that. Some people eventually went with him, but we beat the crap out of him. I saw him die, but his body just started to knit back together all of the wounds that we gave to him. He laughed and said that he's made deals with and he can't be killed anymore.
Interesting. Oh. Did you see any of these people, David, that he made deals with?
He took a bunch of our most hateful mutants. There was Helena Hart, there was Aiden Sullivan, there was Sims. He just went by Sims.
Sometimes you just go by Sims.
We know somebody who's a huge fan of Sims.
Sims is the worst. He's like, oh, look at me, I have claws. That makes me cooler than everybody else.
Yeah, we hear it doesn't, seal up after,
Oh, it's terrible.
It's got to be painful every single time.
Yeah, he's so full of pain. I think that's just why he's also so full of hate.
Okay.
And he took a lot of the other less dramatically mutated mutants with him, too. But it's a relatively small force. It's the fact that he has these crazy weapons, and he can't die anymore. He laughed. He said there's nobody left alive that can kill him.
Wait, let me ask you a very specific question. Have you seen people that are reasonably tall?
Fairly tall.
Skinny, pointy ears. Big pointy ears.
Yeah, like their ears are elongated.
And like a look that literally kills. Like they want to murder you very, very slowly.
You mean the serrated quarry?
The serrated... What's a serrated quarry, David?
They were these crazy creatures. I think one of our people said that they were Eldar. There were reports of them on the outskirts of the city in the old forests, and they all had chains that were like a question mark, but made out of blades. It was their symbol that they had. And we drove them off to the best of our ability. We didn't want them approaching the city. We actually went to... It was a violent battle. We drove them off, I think, but they had powerful weapons.
So how long ago did this happen, David?
About a year ago.
Turns out, deal that he may have made, Black, whatever his name is.
Shiak.
Dark Eldar.
Kieran? I don't think he trusted that... Maybe.
Have you seen the crazy crap carved into him?
No, you don't understand. That's not... Kieran's been talking about dark powers.
Yes, Dark Eldar.
No, I think he's working with demons.
I mean, we're feeling pretty good. I mean, if you're saying there were Eldar nearby, and they failed an attack a year ago, and then within 8 months ago, Shiak comes back with new abilities, a new crew. I mean...
Well, here's the thing. So Shiak tried to inspire everyone. Shiak led the attack. Shiak showed up again out of nowhere, it seemed like. Rallied the mutants to attack the Dark Eldar, attack their little fortification that they had on the planet, destroyed them, and tried to inspire a bunch of people to come with him. And a lot of reckless youths went with him.
And he survived the attack?
Yeah, and once again, we saw, those little flechette guns that they had. He got riddled with all of those. And again, his flesh just started stitching back together.
Interesting.
Wait, so it was stitching back together during the attack on the Eldar?
Yeah.
So maybe the Dark Eldar aren't involved with this, or he got hold of some type of Eldar technology.
Or maybe he just stole what they had and is in line with something worse.
Okay. David, have you been seeing where the mutants have been going within the tunnels at all? Do you know where they reside?
We've been doing our best to investigate the situation. I could give you some evidence of some possible attacks that we had. We had some people on the inside at the broken chains. We were going to try to give this information to the Adeptus, but they didn't want to listen to us. But we know a couple of possible locations where the next attack could be taking place.
I think that's good information to have. Yeah, can you pass that along to us? Andrew will record it on his device here.
Yeah, I'll take it on my little arm thing.
Here, let me show you. So you're back. Is everything going to change now? Everything's going to change because the Baroness is back.
Well, she's not. I mean, we're figuring that stuff out right now. But the most important thing, David, the most important thing is you've got to keep quiet about this. You've got to keep this just between us, okay? Because if anybody else found out, you know how they feel on this planet about the Baroness. And I know we can trust you, David, and I know you might think some of your friends or close family you might be able to trust, but we've got to keep this between us, David.
You're going to need to make a roll on
I'm
that.
going to make a charm, yeah. Do I get any kind of plus because the Baroness is there?
Here's the thing. The Baroness sort of... She's got a little bit of an ego on her. As people are calling her a saint more and more, she kind of wants that to get out there.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
All right, so I'm actually trained in charm, so I'll have a plus 10. So I need to get 46 or below. Oh, 57. Damn.
Well, you didn't fail by that much. He says, I'll keep it to my immediate family, but the word's going to get out that you're on the planet. People still recognize you. I still recognized you. You're going to get noticed eventually. Are you ready to deal with them when they come for you?
Yeah, we'll probably have some, elaborate escape plan.
I was talking to her, but okay. I'm glad you have an escape plan, she says. They're not going to take me again.
Deals may have been made. We may have a plan in place.
We definitely have a plan in place.
It's a need-to-know situation, you know?
Yeah.
Just, Baroness and your friends, just let them know. We just want to serve the Emperor like anybody else. When you mine for so long, you're exposed to weird things in the mines, and you start getting warped, and then they send you into the outcast wastes, and then there's even worse stuff out here, and it's not our fault. It's
David,
not our fault.
Real quick, you've worked with a lot of the mining things down there, right? Like the different ores and stuff.
Yeah.
What have you seen when you say people get warped? What have you seen happen to people down in the mines?
The mines! No, that's it! That's why the Dark Eldar were here. They were building incredible weapons out of some of the things that were in the mines.
What was that ore called again? Daniel, you remember what that ore was called?
Skexonite?
Skexonite. Yeah, was it Skexonite, David?
I'm gonna be honest. I just mined. I don't really know the names of everything.
Fair enough. But you said you saw Dark Eldar trying to take the...
They attacked one of the mining shipments, and they took a bunch of the stuff, and they brought it back to their small little base. They blamed it on the mutants.
Daniel, you've been listening in onto this. I mean, I know I installed a spunk chip in your system, but I'm wondering if your logic is still running strong.
Well, there's a lot of conflicting information here.
There does seem like a lot of conflicting information.
But what I'm going to say is, if we have this information about where the attacks are going to take place, we might be able to pinpoint where the next attack is going to happen.
I think so. So let's pull up the maps, maybe?
So I project the map out.
Yeah.
So, David, you were talking a little bit before you might have an idea where the next attack is. Looking at
Well,
this...
I already inputted it into there, and
yeah.
it looks like it's reflected in your map data right
Wait,
here.
so what do you think is the most likely point, though? Like, we need high degree of success.
Well, we've had a couple things here, but if you... And Daniel is now sort of looking this up and down. He's saying, well, analyzing the information that we already have, we can eliminate some of the attacks, because if we look over the pattern of where the attacks are going...
It seems like some of the ones are used to cover up where they're really going to go.
Where the real attacks are, but yeah, it looks like Herrick's Crossing.
Got it.
That seems like where the next attack is going to be.
Okay.
Then I think we should go there and set up an ambush.
Set up an ambush in Herrick's Crossing. Yeah, this is going to be a good plan. We got an idea, guys.
All right.
Okay, all right. Well, David, again, thank you for your help. And, before we go, is there anything else you can think of that you've seen recently that's been strange between the Dark Eldar and the mutants?
Shiek said there was nobody left alive who could kill him.
Well,
he hasn't met us yet.
Shiek hasn't met us yet. Ah, you beat me to it. High five. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Well,
but I think we're pretty good. We've dealt with some pretty messed up stuff before.
Listen, David. Wink. We got this.
He blinks like all of his eyes. Wink? What are you talking about?
Yeah, how do you do that? Can you do individual eyes? Like, can you do one and then another
hold on.
one?
I really, health concern, after the crying, I feel like you need to rehydrate.
You're probably
immediately.
dehydrated, yeah. I've got some of this brandy if you want. This is probably hydrating.
You have actual brandy?
I do. Here, have some brandy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, hold on. Don't drink all of... Okay,
Oh,
I'm going to take some
you
of that
weren't
back.
giving...
No,
oh.
I wasn't giving it to you. Just a little sip.
Well, I don't
Come on,
really
man.
want to drink right now. I thought you were giving me...
Oh, geez, you don't want to sip a brandy right now. Okay, well,
alcohol does not, refresh...
Yeah.
Why don't you just give him the brandy?
Well, this is really good brandy.
You stole it.
I understand. We have our lot in life.
See?
You know what?
The Baroness is looking at you with her arms crossed.
Look at the look in his eyes.
And in that day, Jay's heart grew 4 times larger. You know what, David?
You're supposed to be a priest, damn it.
You're right. And I've been kind of fronting as a priest. I'm going to be honest, Charlotte. I'm not a real priest.
Who's Charlotte?
The Baroness. Sometimes I call her Charlotte.
Charlotte Regular.
Listen.
It's a code name.
I sometimes front as a priest and, well, you know, maybe it's time I lived up to my priestly duties, such as giving brandy to a mutant dehydrated stranger. David, here's some really nice brandy.
You're great. I'll make sure I keep this secret.
Thank you, David.
Not the brandy, but like the
the
Baroness.
secret. We talked about. Thank you. I was hoping that was what you meant, but
no, I'm going to share the brandy with my family.
Definitely share the brandy. I mean, and tell them all that the cool, really awesome priest who gave it to you, right? I mean,
well, spread the word.
Excellent. Okay. Well, thank you, David.
All right.
Guys,
all right.
Let's go set up an ambush. All right, Daniel, I'm going to turn you off while we're on our way in there and turn you back on when we arrive.
That makes sense.
All right, Daniel, to switch you back on.
All right.
So, we got to set up this ambush.
Do you think it's just going to be us for the ambush?
I mean, do you think we should bring in the Arbiters?
100% we should bring in the Arbiters. If there's going to be an attack, look, it's not just a couple of random mutants. Like, he has a bunch of his people with him, too.
Oh, that's true. He's probably not just bringing, like, 4 of them. That feels too convenient.
Damn it. I was hoping we could be, like, badass again.
Yeah, okay.
Although I did lose a leg the last time we did that.
Daniel, patch us into the Arbiter's station. I know I gave you a quick connect. Hey, Matthew, can you hear me?
Yeah. How's it going, guys? You got any actual advice for what we need to do? Anything that'll let me kill Sims, I'm down for.
Speaking of killing Sims, we've got some great news for you. We're setting up an ambush. We know where the mutants are going, and if you get your men together, and especially that Jeff and Jim and all of those people, get them armed up.
I don't have a Jeff, but okay. Oh, no, wait, no. Yeah, he was the guy I sent out to go shake those guys out. Okay, yeah, I just don't think
Matthew,
about Jeff that
do
often.
not correct a consultant. It is not wise.
I apologize. I sincerely apologize, Mr. Consultant.
We won't report you.
We won't.
Okay.
Now,
But get your shit.
Get all your shit. That when we say shit, we mean weapons. But get all your weapons and your shit and get it down here. We're going to set up an ambush and we're going to take these bastards
We're
down.
at Herrick's Crossing.
Herrick's Crossing.
Eric's Crossing. All right. We'll bring in all the forces we can.
Now, you're going to have to be sneaky about it. Like, don't...
No, we can set up the ambush. Don't worry.
Now, remember, part of the plan, though, very, very key. When you're on your way here, you're going to see some of the people around, and you're going to see some mutants while you're on your way. You're going to want to be giving them thrones. It's very important. It's part of our plan because it's a deal that we made with them to get kind of this ambush set up. So just when you have, like, some spare thrones, just throw them out to the people, throw them out to a couple mutants you pass by.
There shouldn't be any mutants in the mines.
Okay, well, the regular people that are around, you know, the people with, like, no pants and stuff, there's a lot of them. Just throw some thrones around.
They're called serfs, but...
Yes, the serfs. When you see them, just throw some thrones. I told them it's part of an elaborate plan that we've created.
Look, I understand you're with powerful authority, but you want me to just throw money at people.
No. It's part of a plan. Throw just some money around, and it's going to create a distraction for the mutants. And trust me, we worked it out logarithmically. It makes a lot of sense.
What we did?
You notice that the Baroness is stifling a laugh as you are telling him telling the cops to give the poor people money.
This is gonna listen, Matthew. You want to take care of these mutants, right?
I mean, take care by kill them, not take care by giving them money.
Matthew, you want to kill Sims?
Oh my gosh, I'm tired of that guy upstaging me.
Do you want to kill Sims more than anything, Matthew?
I do all the work around here, and he does nothing. And everybody loves him. They're like, oh look, he's so cool. He's got bone claws.
Well, listen, Matthew. If you do this plan as we've laid it out, and you threw goddamn money at those people and those serfs as you walk down here, I will make sure that you can personally put a boot heel to Sim's face as you shoot him in the head.
Plus 30 to your check to convince him.
This will be charm. I'm going to re-roll that because that was an 80. I'm going to use a fate point to re-roll. God damn
it's
it.
at plus 20, remember, because you used a fate point to your reroll.
So, wow, I went from rolling an 80 to a 79, but it doesn't matter because I have the Emperor's Faith on my side.
Yeah, exactly.
So I pass.
fine. We'll throw money to the people. I'll have my men in the different levels around Herrick's Crossing. They'll be disguised, but they'll have sniper rifles and whatnot. We'll also have the patrol hovercraft on standby. We'll fly that in as soon as it goes down, and it'll be a fire platform.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right, so let's get this set up and see what we can do here.
We're some real badasses.
We are some real badasses. This is going to work. Okay, so we get in different positions, and I assume the people kind of fill in and get
all right,
in
everyone starts going in. You're sort of like patched into everybody here. You get like a new voice that you overhear on the comm that you don't recognize before. Wilson? Matthew D. Wilson.
Who is this?
Oh, no. This is Commander Sereno with the Royal Scourges. We just got reports that you're planning a large operation. What is going on?
Commander, how are you doing today?
Who the hell are you?
I'm a consultant that's been brought here to Planet to take care of the terrorist problem.
We're dealing with the terrorist problem. I don't know what these consultants are.
I mean, obviously not, because it's still happening.
Really? That's the way we're going to go?
No.
Oh, so this is what this is. You, Wilson, you're hiring people from outside, and you're going to try to show me up. That's what this is. Well, don't worry. I'll be there, and we're all going to kill these mutants together. Don't worry. I'm sending my boys over right now. I'll be there in just a second.
You don't want to come down here. Wilson?
Yeah?
How bad of a situation are we in right now?
I mean, that seems like a good situation. We're going to have more armed people ready to kill these mutants.
He's not going to try to, do anything dramatic, though, right?
No, they're pretty capable warriors. It'll be nice to have them on our side. I know you didn't want them to be there, but it'll be nice to have them around, to be perfectly honest.
Okay, all right.
He's kind of a bastard, and I know he embezzles a lot of money. He's part of the reason we don't have a good bridge, but he's related to the Queen, and you can't really deal with... Yeah.
Oh, related.
Well, that's going to get awkward.
Real quick, I'm just going offline for a second. And I just turned back to Charlotte. Charlotte, do you know about this commander?
Sereno?
Yeah.
Ugh, that douche. That fat little pig was in charge of the attack that killed tons of people in my fiefdom before.
Jeez, well, he's coming here right now to be part of this sting operation.
Oh, well, if you need somebody to kill mutants, he's the one to do it, I guess.
Okay, well, we're just going to need you to stay out of sight when these people come into, the area. They know your face.
That's probably a good plan.
Look, I'll stay hidden, but I have to be there. I need to see if Shiak is there.
Okay, fine. We'll just keep your hood up and,
Here's some binoculars.
Okay.
Go up there.
Okay.
Well, that was easy. All right, so, all right, Daniel, so what's going on? Do we see the commander and their troops getting into position?
You see them sort of coming in. They're sort of flying in on another car floating over. You hear, Wilson sort of talking over the radio and whatnot, saying, don't enter into the area yet. Look, there's an ambush. As soon as the fire starts, you boys can do what you do best, but we need to keep this secret. And they're sort of arguing a little bit. There's the patrol craft that the Arbites use. Only about 6 people could fit in that, but it does have, cannons, and it could also be, a fire platform. And then there are 2, flying APCs that are full of the Royal Scourges that's going to drop into the area.
Wow, so we've got battalions at our command at this point. Well, not at our command, but at our use.
Yeah.
Fair amount of backup.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm gonna lay down and kind of brace myself, and I'm gonna get with my sniper rifle out and take aim towards where essentially is the killing field.
So it's called the Crossing because it's technically open to the air, but there are several different mine tunnels that go through this area, and it's called the Crossing because there's a crossing of 2 mine tunnels. There's the bottom level, and then there's some ladders leading up to alcoves that sort of look over this gallery, and then there's one more level up of alcoves that are sort of overlooking the gallery, and then there's just sort of open air. They've got sniper battalions on the upper levels. You assume that to do the most damage of these weird weapons that they've used before, it would probably be in the center of the location, so most people have set that up as a kill field, but people do have eyes in all the different directions, trying to figure out what's going on.
So we got all of our avenues covered.
Yeah, I got all of your avenues covered.
So I'm going to move up to kind of the second tier, so
Okay.
not the exact ground level, but the second tier up, and I'm
Okay.
going to kind of brace myself against a wall of one of the alcoves and pull out my sniper rifle and take aim into the killing field in the center.
I'm going to have my shotgun loaded, and I'm going to be basically standing at a position on the ground level 30 feet from the center.
Okay.
And you're probably right below me.
Yeah, I'd be if I turned around, I could climb up a ladder to where Jay is.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, you're going to be my eyes. I'm going to be kind of keep my eye here through the scope of the sniper. If you see anybody coming up behind me, make a shit noise in your loudhailer. Can you do that for me?
You got it.
Perfect. Okay, so I guess we just wait at this point.
You guys stay there for about 2 hours before anything actually happens. And then you start hearing the sounds of just yelling. Mutants charge out of one of the tunnels that had been like sealed off, like nobody had gone in there anymore.
And they're going crazy. Like, do they have guns? Do they have weapons?
Many of them have guns. They actually have like las weapons, which seems bizarre that they have these las weapons, but they have been using them before. They may have been left over or whatever. They have used them in their attacks before. Many of them also just have, swords and just low-tech destruction weapons.
Makeshift weapons.
Makeshift weapons. Most of these mutants look like they're mutated and gross, but they're not particularly notable. Just be sort of rabble. You would call them flesh-bent minion. And there's about 80 of them that are like pouring out of these tunnels. It's a gigantic attack. Leading the charge is Sims with his like claws out as he's screaming and just like trying to kill everything in his path. And I assume you guys will take shots at this at some point, but let me describe the whole like procession as it's coming in. Flying out of the tunnel and flying upwards is Hart, who has a las gun that she's holding in her hands as she's sort of flying around and just blasting everything and laughing. And walking calmly towards the center of the thing, like surrounded by all of these mutants, not even trying to dodge anything that's coming towards him, not really worried, and holding a black, large, like cylinder in his hands is Shiak, just standing in the middle of all of this, walking towards the center.
Do we see Sullivan anywhere?
You don't see her anywhere, but she's probably in there somewhere. You don't have a beat on her yet.
Okay, so Hart's flying in the air above. Yeah. You've got Sims running in the front with the rest of the mutants, just trying to cut people down, and then Shiak is just walking calmly into the center with this black cylinder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say through the comm systems, Jay, you gotta take down Shiak.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to take a shot at him. Can you try to get Sims or maybe even Hart?
Yeah. I'll try. I don't know. Hart may be out of my reach, but
so maybe Sims if you can.
I could try and stop Sims.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Matthew. You see big old Wolverine face in the front? If you want to start letting loose, this is gonna be your time.
I don't know what a Wolverine is, but let's go. Let's do this. Open fire. All of these like fake miners or whatever whirl around. They pull out their weapons. They start firing everywhere. The APCs are landing and like loading out the Royal Scourges. Unfortunately, one of the APCs, it like lights on fire as it's starting to land.
Whoa.
It starts to burn.
Oh, no.
And again, you don't see whatever has made this happen. What's doing this, but
it looks like all the soldiers inside are getting engulfed in flame.
Engulfed in flame, yes.
Oh, jeez. So this is like a full-on firefight. So
yes, so we're not gonna... The Emperor plays dice with the universe, and we like to simulate the world to the best of our ability. However, this is the sort of thing that you would maybe do in a large sort of tabletop war game sort of situation, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like there's a game that would emulate that really well, but I can't think of it right now.
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
For what we're going to do right now is we're going to roll initiative for you folks that are going to be involved in this battle and the notable figures that you're going to be opposing you. And the battle is going to be raging around you, and you are going to just deal with specific things that are going on with you.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
All right, so the normal soldiers are attacking the rabble, and we're going for the meat.
Yeah, something like that.
Fair enough. All right, I'm going to roll for initiative. So that's 6 plus my agility modifier, which is 4, so I got 10.
I got a 4.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Damn.
All right. The battle is whirling on around you, but Andrew, Sims looks at you after you've pulled out your shotgun, and you look. It's like you are not standard issue guardsmen or whatever. Not guardsmen, Arbitus. The guardsmen aren't here. And he says, "Oh, you're new. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy killing you." And he makes a charge towards you, and then his claws burst out of his hand. Because he is a mutant with bone blades, he needs to make a challenging toughness check to not suffer blood loss for opening up his bone
Man,
claws.
I hope he just kills himself from this.
He succeeds.
Damn, I was hoping he died in dysentery.
He just falls on the way. I did that.
That was me.
He's now 9 away from you, and he's yelling like a maniac as he's charging towards you.
Oh, boy.
This is bringing back memories.
Next person to go is going to be Jay.
Okay, I'm going to try to take aim and do some damage against Shiak. Do I see anybody nearby that's taking notice of me? Like, when I'm looking around...
you're fine so far.
So, Hart is in the air. I don't see Sullivan.
Yeah.
Sims is below me now, like, running down towards Andrew.
Hart seems to be, like, attacking the, like, sort of flying air platform that is the patrol craft.
But Shiak is still in the middle. Is Shiak doing anything different now with that?
Shiak has not gotten his chance to, like, it hasn't been his turn yet, but he's moving towards it, and it looks like he's, like, pressing a couple of buttons on his bomb, and you see all of the mutants around him. This seems to be different than some of the attacks before, but a lot of the mutants around him are carving symbols on the ground as Shiak is pressing some buttons
around him? Okay.
Yeah, around him.
I'm going straight for Shiak then. Okay. So I'm aiming, and I'm going to get the plus 10 for aiming. I'm going to get the plus 10 because it's accurate for my sniper, and so right now my ballistic skill is 42, so I need 62 or lower to hit. So here we go. 51. Okay, so that's 1 degree of success.
What part of his body do you hit?
So it's 15. So that's going to hit his right arm.
All right.
So I'm going to do my damage. So that is 7 plus 4, so that's 11 impact damage.
It hits him in his arm, and it doesn't look like it actually did too much damage to him, to be perfectly honest. The hole goes through his arm, and you see the flesh beginning to stitch back together already in his arm. But his body starts to glow a darker shade of purple, and like he starts to emanate some sort of energy from him, and he just points directly at you, like as if he's looking around, like looking into the and points directly at you, and then his arm is damaged, but he starts doing some things to the device that he has in his hands.
But nothing happened to me.
Nothing happens to you, but a bunch of mutants look up at you as he points.
Fuck. Okay, change of plans.
Next person to go is Hart, who is now flying towards you.
Oh, God.
She's 30 meters away from you and is taking a blast with her las gun. Well, she rolled a 91, so it doesn't really matter. She just is firing wildly at you and just screaming.
Jeez!
All right, I actually get to do something. Well, I see the screaming Wolverine man coming at me, and I decide, you know what? He looks like he wants some buckshot shampoo. He hasn't taken a shower in a while, so...
Fair enough.
I pull out my shotgun, and I take aim. No, that's not enough. So I get roll a 67, which misses by 10.
So you miss him, and he just laughs.
You're lucky.
You can't hit me, bub.
And then I'm gonna
trademarked by
as a free action. I'm going to whip out my shock maul and my hand cannon.
Do you need help down there?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh shit!
You got crazy angel lady coming at you.
So Sims can charge the last 9 meters towards you. He gets plus 20 to his weapon skill after a charge attack.
Oh boy.
Good.
He's gonna miss. I believe in you.
All right, because of the plus 20 he had, he does hit you.
All right, so I'm going to try and dodge because I don't want him to hit me. Holy crap, I actually got 1 degree of success.
What'd you get?
I got a 22.
Nice!
All right, you are able to dodge his claws as he charges towards you.
Yeah!
That number will never be rolled again, so enjoy it while it lasted.
Awesome.
Just sort of looking out, a woman raises up her hands, and like the circle of troops around her all catch on fire and collapse to the ground.
I think that's our psyker person.
Fire chick! Shoot her in the face!
Okay, I've got flying chick in front of me. I've got fire chick down there below, just burning up troops. And we've got... do you think you've got Sims by yourself?
I gotta deal with Wolverine Man. Deal with fire chick.
I'm gonna be honest. Shiak, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything with him. I shot him, and then it, went away.
God damn it, Jay, just do something.
You see him putting the device on the ground and manipulating it.
We gotta do something. He's got a bomb set up. He's gonna blow this whole place. I'm trying to think if there's anything we can do to stop it. I mean, I have a grenade. Do bombs cancel out other bombs?
If somebody were to make a tech use check, you could know about bombs.
Andrew, real quick, what can you tell me about bombs?
All right, so I'm gonna make a tech use check. Yeah. Unfortunately, I got rolled a 55, which means I failed by 7.
Damn, so close.
You know what? Just because we need to know, I'm using my last faith point.
Faith point.
It's a fate point, not a faith point.
Fate point. Well, it's faith when I'm here.
I have faith that it's the right choice.
You've got this.
Nope.
You know, the reason is that you didn't do a bunch of weird blessing
I didn't do my weird blessing.
Wait, but because I used a fate point, I get plus 20, correct?
No, I get plus 20.
He gets plus 20 because he's special.
Oh, do I get? I don't get it.
It's because he's a priest.
You get plus 10,
You get plus 10.
Oh, I get plus 10, which means I succeeded.
So you know that bombs, you usually need to activate some sort of detonator mechanism within the bomb. If a bomb's ready to explode at all times, that would be super dangerous. High-tech bomb, especially like this, probably involves a bunch of sequences that need to be keyed in. If the bomb were to be destroyed before the sequences are keyed in and the detonation sequence was primed, it would not detonate.
It's like setting off a tactical nuke. I'm telling you this all really quickly while I'm dodging a Wolverine man.
That is really impressive, by the way.
It's like, there's a lot of sequences that you got to do. We got to just take him down before then.
Andrew, does my bomb beat that bomb?
I have no idea.
Let's
but
do
it would
this.
do a lot of damage.
Well, let me explain. What you know is that if you were to destroy the bomb with a sniper rifle, with whatever,
it would not go off.
It would not go off, yes.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Grenade? Let's do this.
How far can you throw that grenade?
Let's find out.
Because the sniper rifle might be a better...
Range is SB times 3. What is my SB?
Strength bonus.
Oh, 3 times 3. So 9.
So
Not
no.
very close.
No, you are up above the fray. It'll go a little further because you're higher, but no, you can't throw the bomb that far.
Okay, Andrew, I just realized I'm not a quarterback and I'm not going to be able to throw this that far.
Just do something.
Okay, what if I shot it? What if I actually just, shot it with a sniper rifle?
Are you asking me?
Yes?
Just do it.
Okay.
Here's the other thing. His mutants are still carving symbols. They're not done carving the symbols yet.
So I feel like I might have still a little time left. So I'm going to lay back down on the ground. I'm going to pull up my sniper rifle. I'm going to take some serious aim and take a full round action to aim.
All right, that'll give you actually 30 because it's plus 20 for the full round and then another 10 because it's accurate.
Yeah.
All right. Walking into the middle of the fray, you see Charlotte, a.k.a. Duke Collins, has walked out of the spot where you told her to stay and not do anything.
God damn it, Charlotte!
You mean Baroness Collins?
Excuse me, Baroness Collins. What did I call her?
Duke Collins.
Duke. Oh, no. Well, I get all my titles mixed up. Baroness Collins.
It's okay, Daniel. We'll have to reprogram that in there.
All right. Yeah, I'm just having a good time, man. Nobility is just whatever, man.
Jeez.
She throws off her hood and just yells at the top of her lung, Shiak!
Shit, I knew we should have, left her somewhere.
God, we should have cuffed her to that fence.
You coward! You monster!
Good
this
one.
ends today. She's grabbed a las rifle from a dead person around her and
She just picked up some dead person's las rifle?
Pretty badass,
and shoots
St. Collins,
at
man.
Shiak. And she hits.
Wow.
And
She made that look easy.
it hits him in the body. The hole is sort of burnt into the side of his chest, and it doesn't heal.
What just happened?
It doesn't start to heal, and he looks out with terror in his eyes.
Daniel, did you see what just happened? Are you registering this?
It looks like the Baroness is about to die, is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, but I mean, you just saw what happened. She just shot him with a las rifle, and he didn't heal.
Fire, man.
Wait, fire, or do we think the Baron is special?
I don't know, maybe.
Baroness is magic, maybe?
I'm hoping fire, man.
If she was magic and she didn't say anything the whole time, I'm gonna be real mad. Okay, Andrew, I think you've got to protect the Baroness at this point.
Okay, I got a crazy Wolverine, man, but I'll try.
I'm gonna try to stop this bomb, but somebody's gotta stop that crazy Shiak from killing her.
All right, Shiak looks up and panics for a moment. You see him yelling at the people around him and pointing at her. Hart, who was about to swoop down and start grabbing you, which you maybe forgot about when you took
I
your full
remember
round action.
she was coming there for me. I was just hoping she would miss.
She turns around and swoops towards the Baroness. Sims whirls around and starts going for him. Everyone's going towards her as she's just screaming and as he is pressing buttons on the device.
So Shiak seems like he's really trying to get that bomb
Yeah,
going.
getting it going right away as soon as he can.
Okay. Andrew, new plan. Protect Baroness. I'm going to shoot bomb. Actually, it's a pretty clear plan. I think that'll work.
All right.
The battle is actually turning against the mutants. They were not ready, especially now that the Royal Scourges are here. Admittedly, Shiak seems to be more or less invincible, but the rest of them are not.
Yeah, they do not have magical Shiak powers.
And the battle is turning against them, and it looks like some of the mutants, while they are relatively crazy, they're looking like they're getting ready to break in and run away. say. Sims whirls around and starts running towards the Baroness at full speed. He knows that it's going to expose himself to an attack from your shock weapon that you have out, but he doesn't give a damn.
All right, well, I'm pissed, and I'm like, you're not supposed to be a real saint! And then I go to swing and nail Sims right in the back with my shock maul. Fuck yes. I rolled a 13.
Yes!
Which means that I had, with my melee weapon, 3 degrees of success without bonuses.
And that hits him in the body.
Let's see. Nope, not enough. He rolled very well, but not enough.
All right, so damage-wise with my shock maul, my good old shock maul.
Oh, man, that's such a reliable weapon for you.
We're going to go D10, which is a 4 plus 3, so that's 7 impact damage, and he has to test for shocking.
He rolled a 77.
He fails.
All right. He failed by 3 degrees of success, so he's down for 3 rounds.
Yes!
Bam! Knocked you unconscious, motherfucker!
Man, that weapon is so damn good.
He should have been more afraid of you, apparently.
You don't mess with a motherfucker in his shock maul. I'm just screaming at an unconscious man.
Shocking mutant on the ground.
Just like tasing him in the back. Just like.
All right, Jay, you're up.
All right, so I've taken that full round, so I have a plus 30 already. I'm going to call shot on the bomb.
Yes.
Which is minus 20?
Yeah, minus 20 for a call shot.
So I technically have a plus 20.
Yes.
And my ballistic skill is 42, so I need 62 or lower to shoot that bomb.
You better hit that thing.
51, baby. That's 1 degree of success.
The bomb, it sort of blows up in his hands a little bit, but not in a dramatic way. You actually see space sort of warp around his hands, and his hands disappear.
Whoa!
They phase out of existence, and then all of a sudden you see his hands just embedded in the ground underneath him. It looks like it took his hands and moved them
just lower in the ground.
Just lower in the ground.
Whoa, that was totally intended. Did you see what I did with his hands?
Jay, as I'm just tasing the guy still on the ground.
We're great at this.
And he screams in pain, obviously. His hands are starting to knit back together.
What?
Well, the ones at the ground are dead.
They're
now.
gone. So he's starting to regrow hands?
He's starting to regrow his hands out of
Son of
the
a
stumps.
bitch.
And he yells in an impossibly loud voice. You actually hear the voice sort of in the back of your mind, even.
Ooh.
He just says,
"Fall back. We'll get them another day."
Did you hear that?
Whoa, man.
Did you just hear that in your mind?
I'm getting cathedral flashbacks, man.
Oh, God.
everyone is now running. The battle is over. They all just start to flee into the tunnels. Most of them get picked off by the guards, but enough of them escape.
But I imagine
Yeah.
Sullivan, Sims, Hart, and...
Shiak.
What about Sims? He's being
Sims is down. No, Sims is down.
So Sullivan,
Yeah.
Shiak, Hart,
Yeah.
they're the ones that make it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Do you want to shoot him in the head, or should we give it to Wilson?
Hey, Wilson! And I point down.
Oh, man. Oh, this is the best day ever.
Now, Wilson, I want you to remember that we set this up for you, so...
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Just continues to fire into this guy's head
wow,
until it's just
you
gone.
really hated that guy.
I'm glad I took 10 steps back because acid blood. You know, that's a thing.
That is just gross. Wow. Okay.
A little bit of acid actually splashes on his boots. Oh, shit. Forgot about that.
Well,
It actually takes... he only rolled a 1, so he takes 1 damage from the acid blood.
Matthew dies. It would be poetic.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I hope you feel better, Matthew.
The battle has not seemed ended for the 20 or so royal scourges that are still there. All of them have their guns now pointed at the Baroness.
Oh, shit. That's right, 'cause she revealed herself.
And standing at the front of them is a portly-looking man who you assume is Sereno, Commander Sereno.
Whew! Agent Charlotte. That was, oh my god, that was a great performance. The synth skin that we set up for you to look like the Baroness, that's working out real nice.
No. We're done with that. The
Wait.
people need to know I'm here. Things are changing on this planet.
God damn it.
I think it's time to pull the card, Jay. We never pull the card.
Wait, no, we can't pull that card.
I'm pulling the card.
Wait.
So I walk out there. We're from the Inquisition.
Shit!
And just immediately flash our badge.
And they all sort of lower their guns and sort of they all look at Sereno.
I look and I say, you know what will happen to this planet if you were to damage us or her, right? Because she's working in our employ.
I'll have you know that she is a wanted terrorist that is supposed to be dead.
Well, I mean, your little planet with regards to the definition of terrorist is like sub to what the Inquisition has to do.
Now,
bigger picture here.
Sereno, if I understand, you were responsible for taking down Baroness, correct? 10 years ago?
Yeah, and I'm going to finish the job.
Well, let's put this in perspective. Now, look, she's under our employ. But if we really look at things, you technically killed her 10 years ago. If it gets out, let's say, a commander in your position so foolishly let a target like...
A relative of the queen?
A baroness get away? Like, if you were supposed to take her down and she lived?
You're right. I should kill her right now, shouldn't I?
No. Now, how would that look if it was revealed that you actually failed and, in fact, that...
It's ironic that we're projecting right now to the Inquisition that a high-ranking member like yourself lied about an execution report. That's not reflecting well on you right now.
Now, if you worked with us, we could call in some favors, and I'm sure a commander like you is probably due a promotion at this point after so many years of glorified service.
A relative of the queen.
Of course. I mean, wherever you're living right now could probably be a lot nicer. So, if you work with us on this, we won't report that you failed in your mission.
You're going to need to make a roll, and it's going to be very difficult.
I know. A charm roll. I'm trained in it.
Charm roll at -20 because it is hard.
Oh, God.
And I want to help him.
Can you help?
Can I help?
Not really.
The
It's not
system,
that
okay.
sort of
I am
system.
helping you spiritually.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so... So my charm is based off of fellowship, which is a 36. I'm trained, so I'm a 46, but it's a -20, so I need a 26 or lower. Here we go.
You got it, Jay. You believe.
That, my friend, is a natural one. That is a crit. I am a priest.
Well, we were going to go in a different direction with this situation, but if you roll a 1, you roll a 1. He lowers his gun. He says, put your weapons down, put your weapons down. We don't mess with the Inquisition, not today.
Well, I'm glad you're seeing things our way.
Holy fuck, Jay, that worked.
I cannot believe that worked. I don't even remember what I said.
You sort of are looking around, and this situation was looking really tense. You saw a lot of the Arbiters had their hands ready to aim. It looked like some of them were ready to aim at the Baroness, and some of them were ready to aim at the Scourges. Even more dramatically, you see all of the miners, every single one of the miners. Most of them have been sort of let out, but some of them were watching the battle. They all had mining picks and stuff ready, and were all ready to start charging at the Royal Scourges.
Wow, this could have been really bad.
I blacked out for a second, but there are a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Could have gone real wrong.
Jeez. Okay, everybody calm down. You're all now under the employ, temporarily, of the Inquisition.
You've been conscripted.
So we're all going to take a pause here. We're going to figure out what's going on with Shiak and why he's got some weird tech. I'm sure some of you saw his hands teleport down into the ground, and we're going to figure this out right now.
By the way, Jay, badass shot.
Thank you, right? I thought that was pretty
All right. The
shocking that guy right in the ass.
Sereno says, I'll be back. And he motions to his men. They go to their remaining flying APC that actually still works and isn't completely burned into a cinder. And he starts flying back to the castle.
See you later. Remember, don't say anything to anybody. Okay. We probably don't have much time before that goes really sour.
Yeah.
Look, I owe you one. You helped stop these terrorists for now. They're still out there, but you saved so many lives today. We'll get you back up to the Arbiter station. We can keep the Baroness safe there.
Thank you, Matthew. Also, you got that really cool kill on Sims.
I gotta say, man, I fed you to him on a silver platter.
Trust me, I appreciate that. You are amazing.
Before you head off and you take the Baroness with you, can we borrow her for a moment?
Yeah, sure. Looks like the population's not going to let you be with her for too long, though. The word is sort of being spread immediately that St. Collins is alive. St. Collins is back. St. Collins is... Some are whispering, I heard she's the only one who could kill him. And just all of this, just rumors of everything that's going on.
So this is going to look real weird. Huddle up.
Yeah.
So, St. Collins, great to see that you're okay. And
Did anybody else notice that a last weapon actually hurt that son of a bitch?
Well, no. I was going to ask, how in the world did you hurt him?
I don't know. I just shot him with my gun.
What do you mean you're the only... I shot him.
Okay.
Pretty good shot with a sniper rifle, I might add. And I watched it go through him. I watched his arm reconstitute itself back together. Tons of people have seen this guy die and get his... I saw his hands go into the ground and then immediately regrow. You're the only one that actually did real damage. Can I see that gun real quick?
All right.
Sure.
There's only 2 explanations here. 1, magic powers.
Right.
2, magic powers.
Yes.
And 3,
It's going to be magic powers.
it's not magic powers.
Okay.
Magic weapon.
Look, I'm looking at this. This looks like a regular.
I mean,
las
it's a
rifle.
standard issue las rifle.
Well, maybe then just fire?
But people shot.
People have shot him with las weapons before. They
Okay.
must have, right?
So okay,
And Matthew sort of like leads his head. It's like, oh yeah, no, we've shot him with las rifles
Matthew.
before.
Look, we like you, buddy, but this is a private huddle. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Thank you. I just kind of like motioned him out.
Eavesdropping is rude.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt the Inquisition.
I know you're all excited. Just
Yeah.
give us a minute.
So, Baroness. So it's not the last rifle, and they've hit him with last rifles before, and it's not this last rifle.
Wait.
There's nothing special about it.
Wait, I've got it.
What?
She's the one that initially killed him. Maybe he did die. And maybe she's the only one that can kill him again because she's the one who killed him the first time.
Shall we?
What is it he said? What is it he said to the mutants?
I don't know. Daniel, can you replay what he said? I know you've been recording everything.
Let's see. David said that Shiak was unkillable. And he said nobody left alive could ever kill him.
So we're thinking maybe he might have meant the Baroness. So, Baroness, is there anything, like, in your family? Is there anything on you that you always wear that could be...
No, they pretty much took everything that I ever had away from me.
Maybe there is some dark demoness ruinous
The only thing, I
powers.
mean, I have my blood. Like, that's about the only thing I have left in me.
Is there anything special about your family, your bloodline with the Queen?
Are you saying Queen Lachima could, like, kill him too? Like,
I don't know.
I don't...
Okay,
Oh, that would mean that the weird asshole general guy could do some damage.
I mean, I don't know. But here's the thing. All we know is you are the only one that's been able to hurt this guy.
Yeah.
There's got to be some kind of demonic connection there, right?
Got it.
What?
We cover her in armor and weapons and just send her at him.
Okay, we need a better plan than that, but I like where your head's at.
Well, what we need to do is rushing, like, the people can't wait anymore, and they're rushing in to, like, lift up, like, they're sort of standing at the side, they're trying to be respectful of this priest and their saint, but they want to, like, lift her on their shoulders and start chanting her name,
So
and,
they're
like,
carrying her off
through the streets and talking about how wonderful she is.
All right, well, I guess it's just the three of us again. They're going to probably take quite a while carrying her around and parading her, so... Guys, I guess we'll just have to huddle up. So what do we think here? What's really going on? We know the Baroness doesn't have any magical powers from what I've seen. Let's take a look at some of these inscribings and runes that are on the ground that these people were carving in.
Yeah.
Daniel, maybe like we make some kind of lore check to figure this out?
Well, you recognize this from before when you rolled particularly well. This weapon is definitely a Dark Eldar bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Like it very clearly is a Dark Eldar weapon. But the runes are not. The runes seem to be, again, something more aligned with the ruinous powers.
Okay, so like my servo arm picks up the bomb part of the bomb fragment, and I was like, yeah, definitely Dark Eldar. And then I was like, I'm looking at the symbols, I'm like, yeah, this isn't the same stuff.
So we've got a mix of Dark Eldar technology, and they're tapping into the ruinous powers, one of the Chaos Gods, maybe? What do you think this looks like, Chaos God-wise?
I mean, Dark Pact-wise, if it's Dark Eldar tech, it could be Slanesh.
Now, for lore, I have Adept Ministorum. Will that give me anything for, like, being priestly?
I mean, you could make that check, but it's going to be at -20 because that's not really your bailiwick from that.
I will also make a check for just the straight ruinous powers
Okay.
to see if I know anything.
Yeah.
That is a super fail.
Yeah.
That is a 4.
How do I put this? It doesn't seem like it's Khorne. It doesn't seem like it's Slanesh. It seems to be... It's all in the stone that it's been done. You've seen some of the other attacks from attacks before, that it was all about moving stonework around and building bizarre structures when things exploded.
Oh.
Wait a second.
Oh, God.
Are you kidding me?
It can't... We can't say the name.
No. Andrew, is this... Oh, God. Is this Gozer shit?
I told you can't say the name or it becomes real.
Chaos god of architecture bullshit again? Jesus, this son of a bitch really hates us.
It's more of a coincidence this time. I don't think it's necessarily about you.
It's real.
Jeez, this is. I mean, we're going to have to bring this back to Inquisitor Atris. I know before we didn't have much evidence because we kind of blew up everything with all that nurgling.
One of the things that you do notice on the bomb that you do see is that question mark made of blades.
So
that is still on there.
So this was taken from the Dark Eldar that were in the forest.
The serrated quarry.
The serrated quarry. I just thought of that just now.
Yeah, serrated quarry. We all know that name. Yeah. Now, what are we going to do about this? So we know that something with Gozer is somehow involved with this tech. Either they're worshiping Gozer and they don't know it, or they're actually gaining power from it. Because, I mean, do we think that the Dark Eldar are involved in what's happening to...
I don't think they have anything to do with this.
Shiyak? You think it's just borrowed technology?
I think it's just I think it's just stolen tech. It's just a means to an end.
Daniel, what do you think?
I guess that makes sense. I don't really know. I think what we need to do is, once the Baroness is done having her crazy party, we should probably hole up and figure out what our next move is in a more safe location.
That's probably a good idea. All right, you know what? Let's take a pause. Let's kind of get our faculties together. Let the Baroness throw her party. Daniel, I'm going to power you down, and we'll turn you back on.
All right.
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. It looks like we're at a bit of a cliffhanger. Oh my! Is Gozer truly involved? Can Shiak be killed? Tune in the first Wednesday of next month to hear part 3. As always, special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a Servo skull and helping these two as Game Master. And if you want to get your wargaming fix, tune in every third and final Wednesday of each month for 40K Arena and regular episodes of Roll to Seize. If you'd like to download more episodes or check out other similar podcasts, head over to partialarc.com. That's arc with a C. You can email these morons any questions at rolltoseize@gmail.com. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to leave a rating and review on iTunes. It helps pay for more skulls, which we put on basically everything. Goodbye.